Hey, it's me, J.Evans, doing that like Jennifer Holiday when she's singing, and I'm telling you before she does the it's me, J.Evans. Yes, it is. You know, it's me, J.Evans. Now it's time for us to talk the talk. Let's get into this episode. All right, y'all. It's time for us to talk about this Lifetime Salt and Pepper movie. Did y'all watch the Lifetime movie about salt and pepper apple pies? What did y'all think? I'm going to tell you what I thought about the movie. I didn't think the movie was bad, and I didn't think the movie was good, okay? I'm going to give y'all my thoughts, opinions, and we're going to address some stuff. But let's slide into this first, and then we're going to come back to me running my mouth and telling y'all like it T.I. is about this salt and pepper movie. Let's go into it.
Hey YouTube, what's up? I am Lachelle of Resume Chick, a very proud sponsor of the J.Evans _ Talk the Talk show on YouTube. Want to know how else you could talk the talk and walk the walk? I'm that chick, Resume Chick. If you want to level up on your career goals and get a professional resume, interview prep sessions, and so much more, get at me. My website is www.resumechickllc.org. On Facebook, I'm Resume Chick LLC, and on Instagram, I'm _ Resume Chick LLC. Back to you, Jay.
Are you not subscribed to me, Apple Pie? I don't know why. It's a billion, cajillion, zillion videos on YouTube, okay? You might not come across me again. Go ahead and subscribe. Set your notifications, and we'll stay connected. You can see when I upload new videos. Click in that description. It has my social media information. It has other videos you can get caught up on. Go to that playlist. It's videos of me running my mouth. Yes, y'all. Go ahead and subscribe.
Hi, are you looking for affordable yet fashionable clothing? Look no further. Give us a look at www.bendthetrendbtq.com. You can also check us out on social media via Instagram at bendthetrendbtq and also on Facebook, bendthetrendbtq, where we carry women's clothing, accessories, and shoes. Now back to J. Evans. Let's talk the talk.
Okay, we back, and I'm about to talk about this movie. Now, before we get into this movie, let me say, I'm a fan of Salt and Peppers, okay? I have been listening to them forever. When they came out with Push It, and I was a kid, Push It was everywhere. You just knew who Salt and Pepper was. So I always grew up, I knew who they were. I listened to them. Wait, baby. Father God, like Sophia in Color Purple. Father God, help me, because I still have my CDs, y'all. Whew. Okay, baby. So I have their CDs. Yes, I still have CDs. Except for the last one, the brand new album is called Brand New. I don't have that one. The last one that they did without Herbie, and I don't have the remix album, but I have Hot, Cool, and Vicious, Assault with a Deadly Pepper, Black Magic, and Very Necessary. And Very Necessary is still the best-selling rap album by a female group. They sold 5 million copies in the U.S. and 2 million in other parts of the world. So it sold 7 million copies. So go Salt and Pepper. Y'all still hold that record. They're the first females group to win a Grammy. And then Pep had her book, Let's Talk About Pep. Y'all see Pep with her wig laid and her little feathers and stuff. That was a good look for you, Pep. And then the back. Okay. So let's get into this movie. Now, originally when they were talking about doing their movie, I guess when they were trying to shop and look for a deal, they were trying to decide if they wanted it in the movie theater or on TV. And if they were to put it on TV, I remember them saying that it would have to be broken up into like different nights because they have so much history, like they did the New Edition movie. Y'all remember New Edition movie on BET? It was 3 different nights. It was 2-hour clips or 2-hour video or 2-hour show, and they targeted certain time periods for each night, for each 2 hours, which I thought was brilliant. Now, let me tell you what J.Evans did not like about this movie. As far as the time constraint, I understand, okay, it's a certain amount of time that you have to do a movie, okay? Like if we go to the movies, if we weren't in the middle of a pandemic, you go to the movies, the typical movie is like 2, maybe 3 hours long. You get some movies that might be like 4 hours. Like I think Titanic is like a long movie. Okay, so this 3 hours that they got, after the movie ended, they got a special, 2 different specials. One where they talked with Lonnie Love, that was 30 minutes, and then another 30 minutes where they were interviewed. That's 4 hours altogether. What y'all could have did, because y'all were saying originally the thing about breaking it up into nights, y'all should have did that. Y'all could have took 2 hours for tonight, or 2 hours could have been on Friday, 2 hours could have been on Saturday, last night, or even if they wanted to do 6 hours of movie time to get all their history, you could have did like the New Edition movie. Now, the first hour was a waste of time because it was more about Herbie, Lovebug, Azor. I understand he was Salt's boyfriend. I understand he was the producer. If you are a Salt and Pepper fan and you know their history, like I do, this movie ain't gonna give you nothing new. Like they were saying, there's certain stuff you gonna find out, and no. The only thing that they put in was, okay, which we already knew, different people were trying to perform as them. The thing about Herbie fighting with the dude, y'all could have left that out. We didn't care. The thing about Salt and her eating issues, which she later talked about, that had to be in there. Y'all didn't get into Pep's relationship when she was dating the dude from the Fat Boys. Did y'all even know that? It just showed them meeting. It didn't even go into that. But we spent the hour talking about Herbie. I understand he's the producer. I understand he wrote for y'all. They started writing too. Okay, Herbie had more control over y'all than anything. And that's the sad part, that y'all made him the focus of the movie. I understand that, but how a lot of people are saying, I'm not going to watch it because Cinderella is not in there. Y'all ain't even see the movie, and y'all ain't even know if she was going to be in there or not. Yes, they had a character play her. So all the people, I'm not going to watch it, and y'all doing spin wrong, and da-da-da-da-da. Because of their, the lawsuit that happened that they settled and got an arbitrator and all that, because allegedly she sued them saying she didn't get paid off of a greatest hits project and they had been doing her wrong for so long. But y'all ain't even watched the movie to know she was in there. You might have saw like the posters or the clips where she was included. Now, the person that played her, I felt like, she didn't have a whole lot because they were limited, maybe because of the lawsuit. But she had parts, but if you measure out the Cinderella parts, she's performing with them. She spoke in interviews when they were being interviewed in the movie. I'm gonna say she probably came to work one day and finished her whole part. Now, it seemed like y'all gave Herbie all the spin time and then gave him Herbie time and then gave him Salt and Pepper time. I didn't want to hear about Herbie like that. I didn't care. The way y'all slim down Cinderella's part, and I understand she's not there to tell her side. Y'all could have just slimmed Herbie down. Y'all could have talked more about y'all. What was left was the focus of the music. They didn't even name the albums like that. Like the first album is Hot, Cool, and Vicious. The second album is Assault with a Deadly Pepper. They didn't even show any songs from that. They didn't even tell you the album title. They didn't even give you a time period of, okay, we had this album drop this year in 86. 88 was Assault with a Deadly Pepper. It had like Get Up Everybody. It had, what's the other song? Shake Your Thing. Twist and Shout. They should never touch that song. That was horrible. But it didn't even give you that. Okay, it didn't even show you the Get Up Everybody. That video is iconic. Then it went over into Black's Magic. They just showed bits and pieces of expression. That album was huge for y'all. Y'all didn't even really focus on that. Even with the Very Necessary album, you could have gave some of the stuff from the album. Y'all didn't even get that. Y'all was so focused on Herbie this, Herbie that. Herbie. No, I didn't like it. I didn't like the focus on Herbie. You could have talked about the relationship, but it was just too much of Herbie. Herbie had too much control over y'all. Y'all see how I'm shaking my head. Y'all see how I'm tired of talking about Herbie. That's how much they focused on Herbie in that movie. Now, Herbie ultimately was trying to do, according to the movie, like him and started rapping. He didn't like his voice, but he was so critical of Pep. Okay, what I got from the movie is that they had guys in their life that were controlling Herbie. Another thing they talked about, Pep talked to Hammer's brother, which she said this in interviews, MC Hammer's brother, and he in the movie was like, well, how many points are y'all getting per album? Pep was like, what did Pep say? I can't remember. She said 6 or something, but he was telling her the standard, and she was saying, well, Herbie's included in that. I understand y'all might not have knew the business, but as soon as y'all figured it out, get Herbie out the business. Now, they went and talked to him. Why is Herbie included in y'all album points? If you're the producer and you're writing songs, you get paid for your production. If you're the songwriter, you get your publishing royalties from that. You're not the talent. So why would you get paid off of, like, just say if they splitting 10 points, that's 10 cents per record, okay? If they splitting it 5 and 5, 5 for Salt, 5 for Pep, why is Herbie including it? He's not the artist. Y'all gave him too much control. So after Hammer's brother told Pep this information, she said it in real life. She went and got them a better deal. But Herbie had too much control of y'all. Like, even on the songs, it's mentioning Herbie and all that. And I understand people do that, but Herbie produced for Kid and Play. The way he had control over them, he didn't do that with Kid and Play. Kid and Play did their career, they did movies, but for a second, he was more latched on to them because they were doing movies. And I think that's really how Salt came in on the third album and produced and wrote more, because he was busy with Kid and Play. After them movies, Kid and Play was not like successful like that anymore. Salt and Pepper were bigger than Kid and Play as far as like their albums and their success. Kid and Play, I think, had like 2 good albums, and then they had the movies, and then after House Party 1 and 2, it was House Party no more. It was over. So why would y'all let Herbie control y'all like this? Now, this book talked about Pep's life. It talked about her relationship with Tretch. In the movie, there was a scene where Tretch was asleep, well, Pep was asleep, and Tretch gets behind her and she's like, no. Now, in this book, it was more graphic, okay? Now, there was a thing on Love and Hip Hop, because Pep is on there with her daughter, where her daughter never read the book, she read it, and then Tretch got mad and was calling her names and all. Why would you even do that, Tretch? Like, y'all have 2 kids together. He's not biologically the father of her first son, but he stepped in and played that role. So he's your son to me. And he's always acknowledged, Tretch as being a part of his life, his dad. But in this book, okay, it was more graphic. I'll just say he was trying to make love, and she didn't want to, and he got more forceful, and she had like a birth control device, and he sort of ruptured it, allegedly, and it wasn't good. Now, in that movie, it was more watered down, so I don't know if Pep was just like, let me not put it out there like this, but in this book, it was more detailed, Pep. Even in the movie, the how it's alleged in this book, it was toned down for that movie. Now, they showed different things about, them talking, Salt and Pepper talking about the movie, and I think Salt was more protective of like her ex-husband Gavin, and more nice about the stuff with Herbie. So it was more, she didn't, I think, put them on blast. I don't think maybe with her ex-husband she had to, but Herbie was a dog. Let's get that straight. He had a whole nother baby, then talking about, well, we were on a break, then the girl called and you picking up the phone, saw it, and her saying check the sheets and all that, and I mean, you weren't no different from Pep. You were just saying, like, Pep is more wild. Pep, out of the two, I'm more of a Pep person. And it's always this emphasis on Salt is the better rapper. No, she's not. Okay? I've listened to them. Pep can flow just as good as Salt, but it was always them putting Salt on a pedestal, or it's the whole kind of colorism thing for me because she's the light-skinned one. Oh, back in the day, people used to do that. Oh, Pep is just as cute as Salt, and Pep can flow, okay? So, the whole thing about Salt's the better rapper, no. Even in the movie, he's like, Salt got it, and Salt, why can't you do this? And he's giving her a hard time because she caught him out with the chick, and she didn't tell Salt, and she was like, well, you did know, Salt. But, I don't know. They were involved in making this movie. They were the executive producers. I think Herbie had some part in it, I think, allegedly. But ultimately, what I got from this movie, if you are a Salt and Pepper fan, you are not going to learn anything new, okay? If you read this book, Let's Talk About Pep, you might want to go read this book if you want more of Pep's stuff. But even in the book, she didn't really focus on the albums like that. That's what's missing, more of the music, not just y'all performing and doing a clip. And then why y'all performing Shoop and got on like the Salt and Pepper jackets from Push It? Y'all didn't wear that in the video. That don't even go to. I didn't like that. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Let me say it again. I didn't like it. I think it should have been more in sync with, okay, let's focus on this era, 2 hours, let's focus on this next era, let's focus on this next era. That 4 hours of 3 hours for movie time and another hour for specials could have been chopped up. It could have been done better. If you're not aware of Salt and Pepper, if you're a little bit younger, this might be likable to you, but ultimately, I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was good. I just thought if I'm cleaning the house and I just want to turn on the TV, I'll just turn it on and let it play in the background. If I don't feel like playing music, if I don't feel like putting my, little earbuds in and talking on the phone, it just didn't take me there. And y'all could have just did better. Now, Lifetime is supposed to be doing the Mahalia Jackson movie. I'm going to do like Left Eye Lifetime and burn. Y'all stay away from it. I don't care who's a part of it, who's writing it. Now, I did like when they did the Clark Sisters movies. But I don't know, like, as far as being like a diehard fan, I know some of their songs. I'm not a diehard fan. So, I thought it was okay. That's one that they did okay with. But maybe a Clark Sisters fan can say, J.Evans, I think this about the movie. I think that. I thought that one was okay. But y'all don't do good with movies. That Toni Braxton movie, I think y'all do better with documentaries. Now, they're doing something with Whitney Houston and Bobby Christina. Y'all done played that to death, okay? Now, when Yaya did that movie, I thought that was okay for y'all. Y'all did okay. But I'm tired of y'all focusing on Whitney Houston and Bobby Christina. Stop Lifetime. Now, allegedly her estate is supposed to be doing a movie. Hey, Houston. You want to be famous so bad, Pat. And then they're doing the Wendy Williams story. That's perfect for y'all because Wendy is messy. She's campy. She's more camp. Y'all, I don't see Wendy Williams having a big production movie, a big, like, great quality movie. It's Wendy Williams with Perfect Network, Lifetime. But y'all are just better at doing documentaries and Lifetime movies of craziness. And I do like those crazy Lifetime movies where somebody is acting a fool, somebody's obsessed with somebody. I live for a Lifetime, but as far as y'all focusing on singers and rappers and no. Okay? No, Lifetime. But I didn't get the music. This is what like Sophia, Color Purple, Father God, is so heavy. This is what was missing from the Salt and Pepper movie. Y'all didn't even talk about Assault with a Deadly Pepper. Y'all didn't even really... How y'all gonna show them in the studio holding their kids while recording a song? That was so low budget and bootleg. The music was missing as far as like more history and more in-depthness of that. So if you are a Salt and Pepper fan, let me say this again. If you know their history like that, you know their stuff, go read this book. If y'all have not read it, let's talk about Pep. This was more entertaining than that Lifetime movie. And I understand it's hard doing a movie, so, you might not nail everything, but this house was not nailed together all the way right. Y'all might want to take a measuring tape, and if y'all gonna get into more movies Lifetime, make sure you measure and do it correctly. If I had to grade this movie... No. Because the letter wouldn't... If I had to grade it from a 1 to 10, take away the letters, I would give it a 5. Like I said, it's just so. It wasn't anything new for me. Okay? Was it anything new for y'all? Did y'all learn something from the Salt and Pepper movie? I learned that they let Herbie have too much control, and I learned that, the men in their life were a little too controlling. And Herbie, you didn't do that with the guys with Kid and Play. You didn't do that at all. And then you talking about replacing Pep. She's a member of the group. How about we replace you? You're a producer. And then he sued them. Did y'all see that? And lost the case. Why would you sue them? You're the producer. You're not the star. If you realize you don't have star quality and you want to be the producer, produce. You're not the star. So, all I got from it, I always knew who Herbie was, but all I got from it was Herbie was a dog. And after the brand new album, then they just stuck to performing. And Spinderella is not in a group anymore. And she's writing her own book, allegedly. I follow her on Instagram. That's what she posted. And they're legendary, which I always knew. So, y'all, we talked the talk. Now it's time to walk the walk. And I guess later on, I might reread this book again, Pep. Y'all see Pep with her shiny wig on. And you didn't even go over him yanking your braids like you did in this book, Pep, when Tretch was yanking your braids. I guess you didn't want to blast it too much, but y'all read this book if y'all want something hot and juicy. That's what y'all need to do, okay?